Ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Dun 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 It is I got out my review of Super Scribblenauts. Now, I specifically did Super Scribblenauts over the original Scribblenauts because, in my opinion, the original Scribblenauts is really boring. There's not much to do. I mean, the story mode's not really very interesting, and it's just just harder to do anything in that game than it is in the sequel. The sequel, however, has a lot more content. Granted, I was still able to beat it over the course of, like, an afternoon. But I still think that it's a pretty solid game. It's not the best Scribblenauts game, though. That's by far unlimited, but I'm not reviewing that today, am I? So, I feel like how this game makes up for its previous version's shortcomings in that it's actually more of a real game. Because, like, the first game, unless I'm just doing something just horribly wrong and I'm just being stupid, the first game really has just about nothing to do. Either that or the tutorial is just really boring. And I just, like, didn't get to the actual gameplay of it, but this game's tutorial isn't very long, and then after that, you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. As I do like a lot of the worlds, and I think that a lot of the puzzles are really fun and interesting. However, I feel like this game kind of makes it hard to be creative with what you do, because I feel like it almost kind of forces you to add like one specific adjective to an object, or spawn like one specific object, or just it's not really too open to creativity. Which makes it which just kind of makes it boring and a little too easy and somewhat hand-holdy points, to be honest, but I still do think that this game is pretty solid, and in my opinion, where this game really shines is the creative mode. You can pick which map you want, and then basically just spawn anything that you want. However, one minor complaint that I do have with a lot of the maps is that they have way too many objects on them that take up way too much space, so you have to manually delete all of the objects by yourself. Like on certain maps, the pre-rendered objects can sometimes take up to half of your creativity meter, so that's not very good. And another thing that I find weird about this game is, what is this game's obsession with yaks? Like, in multiple of the missions involve yaks. Like, I remember that one of them is, like, apply adjectives to yaks to make them similar to vehicles. And that's another thing that makes this game kind of repetitive, is that they have a lot of levels where it's just apply adjectives to a bunch of different objects to make them, like, line up with other stuff. And that can sometimes be a little hard to figure out. But I feel like where it really shines is in, like, the final levels. And specifically the final boss, I think, is really nice. Because it's like a fight against your doppelganger who steals your notebook. And you have to, like, fly on this, like, star thing or whatever. Which makes it really fun. But anyways, that's pretty much going to do it for this game review. I plan to upload a winter special for this month, as well as another game review somewhat down the line. Soon, at least. Most likely not potentially within this month, but I don't want to do too many game reviews back to back, but other than that, I am probably going to do a New Year's special of where I look back at this channel throughout, like, this year, which will be pretty fun for me to do. And by next year, I'm hoping that I'll hit, like, at least 80 subscribers by next year. Because I remember that, like, not that long ago, this one guy subscribed to me who had, like, 1,302 subscribers. Who had, like, 132,000 subscribers. And he was Spanish speaking. So I was kind of confused why he just randomly subscribed to me, when I'm assuming that he's somewhat notable. Although, if I remember correctly, a lot of his when I looked at the videos that he had uploaded, a lot of them were uploaded, like, I think a couple of them were uploaded within a couple of months ago, and then the rest of them were uploaded within, like, several years ago, and his oldest videos were from, like, 6 to 8 years ago. I can't really remember, but I'm hoping to hit 80 subscribers by next year, which I think is good enough, and I hope to make more little funny videos, like my Kirby Has a Gun video. Like, one of them in particular that I had an idea for is a video of Villager dancing to Spanish music. That's going to be fun. So, anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Finally, it's over now. So, goodbye.